everybody, it's Michael with Asymmetrical Preparedness. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for supporting the channel. Love you guys. Thank you. 14 bushcraft skills for the prepper. That's what this video is about. A lot of bushcraft skills correlate over to survival, right? Which correlates to preparedness. Emergency preparedness, wilderness survival, all the prepper stuff. So this is just a list of 14 things that I was thinking of that would apply and would be good skills to learn. I'm not a major bushcrafter. I'm a prepper. But these are some good skills that every prepper could or maybe should know. So, number one, what's the most important thing in life? Building shelter. Getting out of the elements. Getting out of exposure. Not being subject to exposure. Very important, right? How to build primitive shelters and stuff like that. If you're out in the woods, if you got to bug out, if you got to, for some reason, grab your bag and head out into the woods, how to survive, or head out into the desert, whatever it may be, wherever you're at. How to build or find shelter in those areas, in your area. Another one is water. Water is very important, right? So how to find water and how to purify it naturally or with whatever you have. Good skills, because water, you're not going to live very long without water, right? 3 days? Yeah. Foraging. Wild edibles. Also, along with that is basically finding food. Hunting, trapping, snaring, foraging, all those kind of things. Being able to feed yourself in the wild is a very important skill. Kind of along those lines as well, medicinals. How to make healing salves and stuff like that that will help you take care of yourself. Very important. There's a lot of information out there, and there's a lot to know. So this is really some in-depth stuff if you get really deep into it. But we should know the basics of how to feed ourselves back in there. Important. Yep. Knots. How to tie basic knots. I'm not going to go into them here, but you should know how to tie 4 or 5 of the essential knots. Very important for tying up shelters, doing everything you need to do. We're always using knots, right? So knots are good to know. Tracking is another good one. That kind of goes into the hunting and the snaring and trapping, because you need to be able to track to be able to find where the animals are, to set up your snares, to set up your traps, to track them and hunt them. So yeah, good skill, right? Land navigation, because if you don't know land navigation, you're not going to be able to find where you need to go, or where you are, or you can get lost, and then everything big bad is going to happen, possibly. If you get stuck out in the middle of nowhere and you don't know how to get back, or you don't know how to go anywhere, getting lost is not a good thing. So land navigation. Making basic tools. Like carving out a spoon, carving out a bowl, making a spear, making a bow, making arrows. Bow and arrows, I don't know if I put that in basic tool category, but you can build some basic things like that. Some of the stuff goes along starting fires and how to do all the little things, how to make a bow for bow drill, and there's a lot of different things to know about making primitive tools. Medical skills. Medical skills are definitely important. Bushcrafters, they have to know medical because they're out in the bush, right? Wilderness survival, Boy Scouts teach, well, not that I would recommend them anymore, but when I was a kid, the Boy Scouts were good and they taught us a lot of good skills. But there's rural rangers, a lot of stuff, different things out there. Everybody teaches, everybody that's going out into rural areas, like the mountains, the woods, I'm talking extreme, remote areas, need to know medical. And as preppers, we need to know medical. Very big, very important. Climbing. And I'm on number 10, by the way. Climbing. How to climb up a rock wall. How to climb a tree. How to climb over any kind of terrain that may present itself. How to climb up a building, maybe. Or a ladder. Or rope ladder. Whatever it may be. Number 11 is swimming. If you don't know how to swim, you could be in some big trouble. Say you're going cross country somewhere and you come into a river. Well, how are you going to get across it? There's a lot of ways to get across it, but swimming is one of them. Or if, say, you're getting across it via another method and you fall in, well, you're going to have to swim, right? Or you're going to drown. So it's important, very important. Swimming, basic skill, and part of making prepping fun. Teaching your kids how to swim, teaching yourself how to swim, going swimming, just for fun, whatever. Number 12, personal hygiene in the wilderness. How to do things like how to dig a latrine, an outhouse, a hole to go poo in, where to do that. Also, taking care of yourself, cleaning yourself, washing yourself, all of these kind of things. Hygiene is important. Staying clean, so wounds don't get infected, stuff like that. It's just a good thing to know, so hygiene has got to be in there. Number 13, so number 13 is actually sanitation, meaning the bathroom stuff. Yeah, where to dig, how to dig, where to put your stuff, where to go pee, all those kind of things. So it's a good skill to learn. Number 14 is key to all of this. You're not going to be as effective or you're just not going to be as good if you're not fit. Fitness is key. I talk about that all the time. And I get it. It's not that popular of a subject in prepper communities because people just want to buy stuff, maybe learn skills and stuff like that. But fitness takes a lot of hard work and dedication. But I suggest and I ask and I beg you to please start. Please start a fitness journey. Do a little bit every day. Like I say, prep a little every day. If you make it part of your routine, even if it's 10, 15, 20 minutes a day, you can start building that into your routine. It just becomes part of your life, part of your lifestyle. That's the easiest way to do it. You don't have to do anything fancy. Throw on a backpack and go for a walk, or just go for a walk. Anything. Start doing some push-ups, some crunches, some dips. I have a bar stool, and I set a bar stool up in the middle of the kitchen, and then on the kitchen sink, I just put my hands up there and I do dips. I put my feet up on the bar stool and I do dips. It's one of the things I do while I'm cooking. And you can do squats. Anywhere. You can always do this. Squat down. You can always put your one leg out in front of the other one and lunge forward. There's always something you can do. If you're in a wheelchair, there's still things. You can work out your arms. Everybody can work out something. Unless you are just bedbound because of a disease or injury or something like that. I get it. But do your best, please. And think about any of these skills. Learn any of these skills. Get better at some of these skills. Because the better off we be, the better off we will be. Assets, not liabilities. And prepping a little every day. And a lot of this stuff is fun to do, fun to learn how to do. So like I always say, make prepping fun. And prep out of peace of mind, not out of fear. I haven't said that in a while, but it's important. It's important not to, get too caught up in fear porn, especially nowadays with everything going on. But I love you guys. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate you guys. Oh, and BitChute that everybody's been begging me to get videos up on. I finally have 2 videos on BitChute. Man, that system is a pain in the rear. Yeah, it sucks compared to YouTube. But I'm going to try to start getting some content up there. It takes forever to load videos there. And if you I figured out that I can't do it on the app. That's why I could never figure out how to upload videos. I had to go to the website on my phone, and then I could finally figure out how to do it. But while it's uploading, if you tap the screen, if you touch the screen, if you breathe on the screen, if you look at it funny, it stops uploading, and then you got to restart all over again. I don't know what it is. That app sucks. I hope they work on it, and I hope maybe it gets better. But what I'd really rather see is just YouTube and all these big tech companies get slammed hard by Congress to stop the censorship. That's what I'd really like to see, because YouTube is awesome. YouTube, the functionality of it, the way it works, it's just awesome. I love YouTube the way it works. I just don't like all the censorship. So anyway, thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate you guys and gals. Prep a little every day. Love you guys, and blessings to you and yours.